Never, ever take on a woman's children, and here's why. Alright, fellas, we are back with another video today. My name is Jay, and you know what we talk about on this channel. But we're going to get straight into it and not waste no time. Make sure you leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for future updates to come. Fellas, one thing that you need to understand about life and women is that choosing a woman to spend the rest of your life with, or women, right, is gonna be one of the most important decisions you make. And why? Because when you pick a woman, it's not just about you. It's about your family, the one you were born into, and the family you are going to create. She needs to come in and add value to your life. She needs to take your beliefs and pass them down to your children when you are out conquering the world. She needs to support your family members when you need her help, when they get old and you're conquering the world, etc. So when it comes to this, picking a woman who has kids with all these baby daddies is not recommended from me personally. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I can't. I'm not your father, I'm not your grandfather, and I'm not your older brother. I can only give you recommendations. Whether you get triggered or not, hey, let me know in the comments. But look, do not pick, in my recommendation, a woman with kids and baby daddies. Now, I know for some of you, or most of you, that's fucking common sense, and I don't need to explain why. But I'm gonna explain why for the others who may not know. See, fellas, I knew this guy, right? Old guy, right? And he had a woman who was very loving, very caring, very respectful, all of it. Feminine, fit, friendly, the whole lot. Very lovely woman, right? Godly, everything you could want in a woman, right? Now, the problem is she had a kid and it wasn't his. Now, the reason why that was so fucking bad is because as the kid got older, it came back to bite this guy in his fucking arse, bruv, right? Now, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna keep it brief, but explain fully. So, he met this woman, basic, feminine, fit, friendly, whatever, right? Now, she added a lot of value to this guy's life. With business and entrepreneurship, this guy was on his way to become a multi-millionaire, right? Now, the problem is, this woman had a son before him and her met up, the guy and her met up. Now, at first, as a kid, kids are sweet human beings. They are innocent, right? They are innocent souls. But it's when they grow up, and obviously genetics plays a part, the experiences and the environments play a part. But this guy and his woman, they were building a business. Now, he was the leader, she was the supporter, right? Because she was obviously looking after the kid at the same time. So where this went wrong was as the son grew older, yes, they had more kids. He had his own children. But as the son grew older, and he was a lot older than the other kids, this guy made the mistake of bringing this son into his business, and it wasn't his real son. Now, for some of you, that may sound nice. You're taking on this kid and blah. But this bit him in his fucking ass and ruined everything. Now, this son came into the business and at first was providing a lot of value and was learning from the stepdad, right? And that sounds great, right? But this is where it went left. You see, this son, you have to remember, is half of his mom and half of his fucking baby dad, wherever he was, right? So this son obviously had traits from his dad, 50%, his real dad. So where it went left was, as the business grew, as they were just making fucking money, bruv, right? This son started getting greedy. Now, he started getting greedy to the point where he stole money from his own mom and stepdad. And he went off with that money, traveling the world, just fucking bitches, partying, the whole lot. This ruined the business. Now, why? Because he went into the business savings. He took everything. This left the stepdad and his mom broke because without the savings that they had stacked up, they couldn't pay for things. They couldn't pay for business expenses. They couldn't upgrade the business. And as a result, later on in life, the business failed. And the stepdad, who took on this fucking kid, by the way, went into debt for the rest of his life. And he had no choice but to now get a normal job right? And just work until he died. And he never paid that debt off, by the way, right? So his kids obviously grew up, but the whole family business they had going on failed. And this is why I say, right? One thing I love to say that I have analyzed with every stepdad and kid they took on, the kid always ruins their life in the future when they grow up, every single time. I don't care how brutal that sounds. We have to say the truth and save as many men as possible on this channel. I'm not saying kids are bad. Kids are innocent souls. But the reality is, when you take on another man's children with a woman you're seeing romantically, it will never end well. It will hold you back. You won't be able to build the wealth you want. And even if you do, the kid will later disown you and say the typical line of, "You are not my real dad." I've seen this every time. Every fucking stepdad I've seen in my life, this happened to. Every single one. 100%. You even saw that American celeb, the white guy, right? Great guy. And those kids, I think he's like an Asian dude he took on and a black chick, right? They grew up and said, "Hey, we don't want your last name. We want to disown you, blah." This is the problem. And this is why I recommend not taking on another guy's children. And I get it. Maybe the mother is amazing, right? She provides all this value to your life. But at the end of the day, fellas, I'm going to tell you a harsh truth. I'm going to tell you a harsh truth. It might sting, but I keep it real and raw. I don't give a fuck. These women who you take on, who have kids, right? And you take them serious and you marry them and all of this shit, they only picked you because it didn't work out with the baby dad, number one. And if they didn't have any children in the first place, they wouldn't have picked you anyway, right? The reason why I'm so brutal in saying that is because I want you to wake up, because there are billions of women out there and there are hundreds of millions of women of age that are single, that don't have kids, that can be a better pick. So I'm telling you, right? And the thing is, if you're a stepdad, the problem is you build a bond with the kid. So if something happens with you and his mom, right, and you split up, that bond you built with the kid that ain't yours will just hurt your feelings deep inside, really and truly, because you invested so much time and energy. But the reality is you could invest that time and energy into your own life and success and then just pick women at the end of it all, because most of them wait at the finish line anyway. So, fellas, I have way more stories on stepdads. I'm not going to lie to you, but that one I told is one of the biggest ones that kind of hurt me. I ain't going to lie. When I heard that story, it kind of hurt me on the inside, but we have to keep moving. We have to keep pushing and get the message out and help as many men as possible. You'll see oftentimes a lot of single moms, right, that have all these baby daddies, all these fucking kids. They make all of these stupid demands. This is because society has told them, no, fuck that. Society hasn't told them where they've gone wrong and fucked up. It doesn't hold women accountable. So if you ever date a single mom and she makes all of these crazy demands, you need to shut that down ASAP. And you need to tell her what it is and remind her of who she is and what the relationship is. Don't tolerate none of this fuckery. You didn't go through all of the struggles in your personal life. You didn't come from the bloodline you came from of men to settle down with women who gave their bodies away to other dudes and have their kids. No, bro. The best solution is to always create your own kid. Don't let society brainwash you. Don't be fooled by that typical line, "You're the guy who stepped up." Fuck that, bro. You ain't the guy who stepped up, bro. You're the guy who is a fool if you do that. Now, for a minority of you, you may think, hey, what about us guys who actually can't have kids, right? Well, that's a whole different story. And that's going to be a video for another day. But that is a minority of dudes. Most of you are capable of having children. So I hope you got some value from this. And as always, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more content to come. And I'm Jay, guys. Have a good day and God bless.